And it's that I believe in myself. You know,
Okay.
I believe in myself. I'm doing everything right. And I think I might just be able to pull this thing off.
Ah, this is really happening. There she is.
I was trying to brush up on my German real quick. I got intimidated, but I'm glad we'll stick to English for this interview. Next time, I'll
I'll try
impress you.
my best. I try my best. This is really happening, man. This is so cool. My name's Sebastian, by the way.
Nice to
Um,
meet you.
I'm so happy to have you. I mean, wow, it feels surreal here, talking to you face to face. I can remember those times when I was in my early 20s and these comic book characters, they're not necessarily cool anymore to you. And you're still a WWE fan and you look for these characters that you can identify with. And you fit the mold for me perfectly, because you were a rebel. You weren't the typical superstar. You wore sneakers and baggy pants and you were this punk rock girl, and you are one of the reasons I kept watching. So thank you. I guess that's what I want to say.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate hearing it, but I feel like it means more now that here we are, and I'm preparing for a match in 2022.
Yeah, man, what a time to be alive. Um, I remember so many leader moments so vividly. For example, I remember buying, I mean, physically buying, who does that these days? A DVD of WrestleMania 17. And it's not necessarily a leader match, but it's a leader moment for me that will forever be there. Your interference in the TLC 2 match. What memories pop up when I tell you TLC 2 and say the words go?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite WrestleMania moments because I mean the tag team division was on fire at the time, and specifically Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, the Hardy Boys, Team Extreme. And so everybody was there. While it might not have been billed as a main event match, everyone was there to see that match though.
Yeah.
And so and then, I had been with Team Extreme for a while, but then we just put this new element in of Spike Dudley and Rhino. And so it was like everyone had an equalizer. And when we had what we would refer to as the run-in section of the match, um, I first remember it was a really long ramp, and I remember like I got to haul ass down that ramp to like try to make a difference, right? And so I remember trying to like absorb the crowd. There were so many people, but also I'm like, but you got a job to do, ladies, so don't absorb it too much. And then I remember immediately hearing the sound when I cracked Spike Dudley over the head, being like, ooh, and seeing the chair bent over his head. But, the Dudleys got me back right like that into a 3D.
Man, I remember that. I get goosebumps when I talk about it because those are big moments. When I was a fan back then, I've been with the company for almost 10 years now, but I was a fan back then. I was enjoying this. And the match really picked up when you guys made your run-ins. It was Spike Dudley, he had Christian with a Dudley dog, and then Rhino was goring everybody out of the way.
Everyone.
But then you came down, and the commentators reminded us earlier on that you were not part of this match because you were injured, but you still made it to the match. Huge pop from the crowd. You hit Rhino with the Hurricane Rana, and man, the match, it really built momentum from there. You had all those cool moments on all those high spots, but you were an integral part of this. And a year later, at WrestleMania 18, you had your first WrestleMania match. You were in a triple threat matchup for the women's championship with Trish and Jazz. And I remember thinking, after the Hogan Rock match, what's going to be next? I mean, what can there possibly be? That was so emotionally draining. And then you guys had to go out, but you did quite well. Were you nervous? Was this a stressful situation to perform after them?
Yeah, it was because I remember we were close to gorilla position, like right before you go out through the curtains, and we could just hear every person in the arena giving all of their energy to that match. And we moved away from that because we're like, you know what? We can't focus on the fact that we know the crowd is going to be tired after just seeing the two biggest icons this industry has ever seen go at it. We need to separate ourselves from that and then just go out there and do our thing, focus on us. And so from a match perspective, I was proud of it. I love working with both those girls, Trish and Jazz specifically. But yeah, you know, we were up against, it was like, how do you follow the two biggest icons in the industry? Or it's like, well, we're not going to worry about following it. We'll just go out there and have our match.
You were fine in the end. I have a whole page of questions from the fans here in Germany, Switzerland, Austria. I'm selfish here because I'm asking all my questions, but there are some great ones from the fans here. First question is from Dietmar. I mean, kind of everybody wants to know that. How does it feel to be back in the WWE ring?
Oh man, it's so I mean, this has all happened so fast. And I think that's been the best part of it, because I haven't had a chance to second guess and go, oh, I don't know, like, could I do it? Should I do it? Do I want to do it? It's like opportunity knocks. I answered the door. It's like when you answer the phone and you thought it was someone else and you're like, oh, now you're stuck talking to whoever's on the phone. And so I was like, I didn't have a chance to say, well, I don't know, let me think about it. I was like, yes, it's a yes. And then it was like, oh, okay, what are we doing here? So but I work best that way, just like on the fly, not over planning, not thinking things out too much. I've lived my whole life that way, and I'm pretty happy with it. So it's almost like the natural way for this to have all come about is just to be like smacked in the face with this opportunity and being like, oh, all right, yes.
I love these situations because I tend to overthink things. And yeah, when you're thrown into the pool, sometimes the best things happen. So
I'm swimming. That's all I'm doing right now is swimming. And I'm a damn good swimmer, so it's okay.
Swim for your life. Next question is from Christine. When you're not preparing for a Raw Women's Championship match, what are your favorite things to do?
Oh man. So I live in California, and it's really beautiful and pretty temperate climate year round. So I love going hiking, beach, surfing. The whole coastline is so beautiful. So you can go just to the next bay down and it looks totally different. So I just love exploring the area where I live. I love to go see live music. There's tons of venues here, stand-up comedy. And
right, yeah. LA is like the capital of stand-up comedy, right? I mean,
yeah, so we have a really cool comedy scene here in San Francisco, and because LA is just down the road, so everybody's kind of going back and forth. So we get a lot of cool secret shows, and or like kind of the people warming up for their big events. Sorry guys, there's not going to be a warm-up show for me for my big events. Just spoiler alert.
Hit me with some names of comedians you've seen in LA. Hit me with some names.
So I'm in San Francisco, but I'll say, so there was this just little speakeasy place and Margaret Cho showed up just unannounced. I've seen Claire O'Kane, Kate Willett. I mean, there's like kind of like underground comics. Kasim Bentley is from here. So these are comics you might not know yet, but then you'll end up seeing their names and go, oh, I remember that name. So, and that's what's fun. It's like you get the really stripped down version before somebody's too self-aware when they're playing to arenas. It's like I'm watching them in front of 50 people.
Another question or a topic I want to get into is aliens, because I believe in aliens. I'm a nerd, you know, and there are so many questions about aliens. So let's dive into that. For example, Vanessa writes, as you have stated in other interviews, you're fascinated by aliens. What exactly fascinates you about aliens?
I think that as a society, we get all wrapped up in like how self-important we are, that we're so like the world revolves around us. And whether it's people in the United States thinking everything revolves around us, or whether, you know, it's just like, it doesn't. Like, you know, like there's more out there. And not only is there potentially more than in your country and the world, but even beyond that. And I just like thinking about like, well, what if, you know,
who knows?
So I like the intrigue of it, and I like something that you can just kind of wonder about and can't put your finger on it.
So let's say you had to decide, are aliens more Star Trek-ish or more like Star Wars-ish?
Ooh, that's tough. I feel like Star Wars is like they could potentially be a little nefarious. Star Trek seems more like an analytical standpoint. And that's where I feel like they're just, it's almost like, I feel like we're like research projects. Like they're like, what are these simpletons down there on Earth that think they're so smart doing?
Awesome, awesome. Well, let's say, who would you rather join on their starship, Yoda or Captain Picard?
Oh, I mean, gosh. Okay, so I just said Star Trek for being analytical, but you can't beat Yoda and his wisdom. Like Picard, he knows some stuff about some stuff, but Yoda, I mean, he's been around hundreds of years. Like we can't mess with that guy and his knowledge.
I think he was about 900 years old when he died, so that's quite a bit.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of things.
I'm sure. Let's say there are three aliens. I love that question from Vanessa. Let's say there are three aliens disguised as WWE superstars.
Ooh.
Who do you think the superstars are?
Okay, so the aliens are disguised as superstars. Let's say
Omos?
I want to go with Rhea Ripley because I think she has kind of an otherworldly vibe about her. Like, where does she get that strength and that ferocity from? So, like, I think that would be a good one to be disguised as.
So we got one.
I would say Rey Mysterio. Let's go with a masked wrestler because that'd be a little easier to disguise yourself as well.
Yeah, and he has the white eyes and stuff. It's kind of
Yeah, maybe he is one. We don't know.
Had both on the show, by the way.
I know, right? Let's like draw this up. I'll submit it down the road to the people in LA. See if we can get a television show going. And then maybe like Kane. I think somebody's like is morphed some characters along the way. I'm not just saying that because I'm partial to my ex-husband. I'm just saying that because I feel like he has some alien type qualities.
It was a great wedding, by the way.
Beautiful, beautiful wedding. You know, shame it had to be ruined.
Also a moment I love and will never forget. Sebastian asks, what do you consider to be the most important moment of your career?
Oof, wow. If I had to pick one, it's very difficult, but I would say winning the title in the main event match when Trish and I fought like 17 years ago, and we're still talking about that match. It was in Charlotte, the main event on Raw. It was much like this opportunity where you just walk into work thinking it's going to be any old day, and they handed us, they chucked the ball at us, and they're like, there you go, girls, get out there. Which didn't give us too much time to overthink things, and it worked out. So I'm liking reminding myself of this theme, that the times you have just been thrown the ball, you didn't have a chance to go like purchase one and read all the reviews about every ball that's out there.
No Yelp.
No, it was just chucked right at you, and you're like, okay, I got to go make this touchdown.
Yeah, some dates are kind of burned into my memory. December 6th, 2004, Lita versus Trish Stratus. I remember this because December 6th is like, I would translate this as Santa Claus Day here in Germany.
Okay.
And you had this suicide dive that went horribly wrong. And I will never forget this because it made me stand up from my couch. I was, oh my God, I hope she's fine. And it was kind of like 2 minutes into the match and you finished the match. And I said to myself, how tough is this girl? I mean, you must have felt that. I mean, adrenaline, all good, fine and dandy, but you must have felt that, you know?
Yeah, it was funny because the main way that those dives get messed up is if you get your feet caught on the rope, you know? So that wasn't the case. And so I remember landing weird and going, what happened? I had my eyes on her. My feet didn't catch the ropes. I don't know what happened, but that didn't feel right. And I for sure heard the crowd gasp. So I didn't quite know what happened until seeing it back. But I quickly, just mainly because, yes, my adrenaline was going, I felt it, but because I heard such a large reaction from the crowd, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and take all 9.5 wrestling seconds, which is more like 15 seconds, and to just take this breather, you know, to stay down. And by the time I was like, all right, let's go, you know, and I was so fortunate. I felt a little stiff the next day, but like, I didn't have to go to the doctor. It was just like, I was, you know. So the aliens were looking out for me that day.
It's so surreal to talk to somebody about something that has happened, and that person did that. You know, that's so strange. I will never get over that. It's like the 50th interview that I'm conducting in the last 2 years, but I will never get over that. So kind of my, yeah, teenage idols, like speaking to them directly. That is so beautiful. I just wanted to tell you that. It's amazing. It's a strange feeling, but in an amazing way. Um, except Trish, question from Yusuf. Who's your favorite opponent of all time?
Wow. Okay. This is very difficult because a lot of my opponents weren't necessarily like I was so much of my career was like with the Hardy Boys where it's like I was working with people, you know, or I was with Edge, but I was working with or with Kane, you know, and so you know, like one of the people that I enjoyed working with so much was John Cena because Edge and John Cena had a really long feud, and
Mm.
so being mixed up in those with those two, that was really really enjoyable. I would say Molly Holly was always just fun and easy to work with.
Rock solid in the ring, rock solid performer from a technical standpoint.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by easy. It's like just trust each other. You're not having to worry because, you know, a lot of at the time when I was wrestling, they were experimenting with bringing up women that had no wrestling experience. And so it was real on the job training. And I personally liked that a lot because I wanted to try to lift people up. But I felt an immense amount of pressure because I was like, I got to worry about me and I got to worry about them out there. But with, you know, Molly was so experienced and I knew she'd be like, you know, like, so it's like, just go out, we could just go out there and have fun.
My favorite opponent for you was Victoria. I
Oh
love you
yeah.
guys' matches. I mean, you guys clicked, and I feel like she's the most underrated of all time. She gets forgotten so many times, but she was kind of a total package. She was a technician. She was strong. She was tall. She was fast. She kind of had everything.
And also something really important at that time, but like her character, her crazy character, how she
Yeah,
like wrap her
exactly.
hands around her face and stuff. But yeah, so strong and solid out there in the ring as well.
You guys had a great steel cage match one time. I think it was the first women's steel cage match in Raw history.
Yeah, so much like many of the things that my generation did or I was able to do in creating a bridge from what we did back then to where the girls now are like no limits at all, was we were given the gift from the office of the steel cage match, which we were so excited about, but they were like, we can't do anything, you know, like you know, we couldn't climb to the top, we couldn't do a lot of stuff, so it was fun trying to go, okay, we want to try to deliver, but you know, so to make it, because the main thing with any time you're given those opportunities is you have to come out safe. So then you go,
Yes.
see, we did it. So now
Yes.
other people can do it and like keep inching our way up to prove that we belong.
How was it to be in the Royal Rumble match? Because that kind of match wasn't around for women when you had your first break.
Yeah, the first Royal Rumble match that I
Mm.
was in, which you know, was the first one, physically being in there very stressful because I was called just the day before to be in it.
Wow. Wow.
I wasn't training, and then when I got there, because they're like, oh well, you can work out and you know, just like in the ring, get used to things again for the day. And then when I got there, they're like, well, actually, we decided we want to clear you, make sure your neck's okay and everything. Which that part's good, but I didn't touch the ring until I touched the ring live.
Wow.
So I was nervous in a way that not good nervous, but like bad nervous, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm reacquainting myself with this ring live in front of the people. But it was such an opportunity because I had heard rumblings, if you will, about there being a female Royal Rumble match for years. But I'm the type of person that I'm like, just say it's not going to happen so you can be pleasantly surprised, or like brace for the worst, but hope for the best. Right. So when it was a reality, I was very excited about it. So I was like, I can't miss this opportunity. I want to
Mm.
be there. I want to be a part of it. But the in-ring part, which fortunately for me was very short that time, Being
Amazing.
with all of those women and being in gorilla position as everybody was like we would count down together and just cheer for whoever was next to go out. Like the unity that I felt with all these women across generations was something I will never forget. Like that was really beautiful. This year at Royal Rumble was a little different because I had time to prepare. I felt a lot stronger and more confident going into it. And initially, I was bummed when they said, "Oh, we're going to announce some people in advance that are going to be in there." I'm like, "Oh, the surprises are the most fun part."
Yeah.
But it actually gave me even more confidence to see how excited the fans were, and cheering me on, like, "Oh, I know you're going to do great. You can get this." And it really it pumped me up, like it sounds cheesy, but it so I had that moment leading up to the Rumble. And then I always get nerves, like right before, that it's time to go out there. And I had nerves. And then right when I went out there, the fans were so excited. It did the same thing. I was like, well, they believe in me, so here we go. It really, I feed off of that more than I realize.
Biggest motivation I think there is for a performer, the reaction of a live crowd. You mentioned your neck. WWE really takes care of their athletes, so they check you out. But you injured your neck in the early 2000s, I think. And
Yeah.
if my information is correctly, it happened during a TV series, during you film a TV series. Isn't
Mm-hmm.
that strange? You do hundreds of matches, nothing ever happens, and then
Yeah.
you get injured during a TV series. How strange is that?
Oh, I mean, it was really unfortunate, like a nightmare scenario. And, just being really out of sorts. I'm out of sorts because I'm on some television show. I'm out of sorts because I don't know the trainers, here we know like our whole team and everything. And they also know how we move, even if we're moving a little bit different, but we don't know it. They'll say, "Hey, how's your shoulder? How's this? I noticed this,"
Hmm.
and then you're like, "Oh, actually it is a little," and they're like, let me check you out. So it just felt very painful, obviously, but then just uncomfortable going, what do I do? And I ended up just powering through and finishing that show and getting back to WWE. And I'm like, something is not right. Like I can't move. I can't, my arm doesn't work. This is like, and yeah, so I was out of action for, they said a year, and it was right around a year. And I said, I don't feel ready yet. And
Wow.
everyone as athletes, you want to push yourself, right? So if they say a year, you're like, I'll do it in 10 months, like that's your,
Of
your
course.
instinct, right? Is like to be ahead of it. But at right coming around a year, I was like, I need to be real with myself. I don't feel ready. I feel like I can get there, but I don't feel ready, and I don't feel like it would be best for me or my opponents to come back and be still thinking about my neck and worried. So I came back at 15 months, and I'm so glad I took that extra time, because by the time I tore down that ramp, I was like, let me at them. Like, I want to do this thing. And I wasn't thinking about my neck. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just thinking about getting back in the ring. And that's where I needed to be.
Interesting, interesting, so interesting because you performers, you risk so much, but you're professionals, and then something happens when you're kind of out of your world. So that surprised me when I read that doing my research. Next question is from Mark. You had a very cool moment with Charlotte during the Royal Rumble match, and obviously on SmackDown. Do you feel that this rivalry needs a few more chapters?
Yeah, I was really surprised, honestly, because when they asked me if I wanted to challenge Becky, I was like, yeah, but I thought when they're like, would you like to challenge? I thought for sure that the name after that was going to be Charlotte, because, we'd had some interaction before the Rumble and then in the Rumble. So I thought that that's where they were going with that. So yeah, I am not opposed to, knocking her down a peg or two. She gets very high on that high horse, and she's good. She's good. She should have a high horse, but she gets up there and gets a little proud of herself sometimes. So I'd like to ground her out.
Nice. I like the swagger. How do you prepare for the Raw Women's Championship match against Becky Lynch? Question from Maya. And of course, this match is happening live on the WWE Network on the February 19th, 6 p.m. for the fans here in Germany, which is kind of unusual for us because we are night owls. We watch pay-per-views at 2 in the morning, or premium live events, I should say.
Yeah, you
So
guys get it. Here we have to wake up. I think it's at like 9 a.m. here on the West Coast. So
yeah.
here we'll be having coffee, you know, to not me, I'll be in Saudi. But you know, people will be watching there, and then yeah, you guys actually get to have some dinner and watch the pay-per-view for once. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So how do you prepare for this match? It's No Escape is the name of the premium live event here in Germany. What do your preparations look like?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been in the gym, and I'll say prior to training for Rumble and then now Becky, I always like to say like my workouts were on like a 7, like a lifestyle. Like sure, I want to stay healthy and
Hmm.
fit, but like I'm not trying to kill myself out there. And then so I've taken my workouts from a 7 to a 10. But I've been hanging out in the ring a lot. It's just working out in the ring, being in the ring. There's something that's like, even if you're just sitting in the ring, sitting like leaned up against that turnbuckle, being inside the ring helps you feel comfortable, helps
Yeah.
you feel like this is where I should be, right? So I've just been spending time in the ring, not only like at WWE TVs when I'm at Raw, but also here in San Francisco or in the Bay Area, local indie promotions called Hood Slam. They're really popular here in the area, and they've opened their doors to me, like open invitation. And so I just show up over there unannounced and hang out in the ring. And, you know, and then there's random people walk by. I'm like, hey, I had an idea. Let me try something with you.
Nice. Thomas has another question. Your moonsault on Raw was so impressive, is what he writes. Have you kept practicing the move over the years, or is it just natural for you to do it?
So I think Evolution was the last time I had done one prior to training for the Rumble. And then I had done them trainings. I didn't know if I would have an opportunity to hit it on somebody in the Rumble. So I had been practicing, but I hadn't done it in a WWE ring because the indie rings are like 16 by 16 instead of 20 by 20. And then I was practicing at a circus place, like where they'd have circus performers. So
Awesome.
yeah. And then so before that Monday night, like on a Monday night when it was like during the day, I said, you know, got this match coming up. I want to like feel 100% confident about that thing going into my match. And so I pulled out the crash pad and just did it. It's every time this is what I do. If I haven't done it in a while, 3 times in a row. Every time. Do it, hit it, walk right back up, do it, hit it, do it, hit it. And then I'm like, all right,
I'm fine.
I'm good. Yeah.
Provocative question here from Mr. Outdoor. Will you win against Becky Lynch?
I feel like I can. I know that, you know, she's the odds on favorite. I know that she's in the groove. Like all of those matches are in the groove. But I've found as I'm training for this thing, the kind of like grounded step away from the business, just like kind of more like chill person that I've become,
Mhm.
mixed with awakening that the old Lita feels pretty dangerous. It feels like a pretty dangerous mix of two people. So I feel really good about my chances, but I do know that she's on her game, and I have to basically wrestle the perfect match. Like if I make a mistake, she'll find it. But
So,
I believe in myself, though. I do believe in
yeah.
myself, legit, and I think that I can have this last run.
So let me rephrase that question. Why will you win against Becky Lynch?
I'll win because yeah, that's somebody said that. Somebody goes, I'll watch to see if you win. I was like, oh, you said that wrong. You meant to say you'll watch when I win. And it's that I believe in myself. You know,
Okay.
I believe in myself. I'm doing everything right, and I think I might just be able to pull this thing off.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Who do you think will win the #1 contenders match? Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Doudrop, Nikki ASH, Rhea Ripley, or the 6th mystery superstar that we don't know yet?
Oh wow, that is that roster's so stacked.
Yeah.
I mentioned her earlier on, but I know that Rhea Ripley has everything it takes to win that match.
Rhea Ripley, yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
fascinated
with
by
Rhea.
her. I had her on the show. Last questions. Besides Becky and Charlotte, are there any other superstars on the current roster you would like to face? That's a question from Benny.
Yeah, I mean, Bianca Belair, amazing. You know, like such an athlete. Bailey would be fun. And Rhea. You know, I think that would be. I'm used to like to be like quick and fast, and with Rhea's power, I think that could be a cool matchup as well.
Awesome, awesome. I would love to see you once again here in Germany at a WWE live show. That
I
would
would
be
love
awesome.
it. I'd love to be on those Euro tours. They're so fun.
I'd show you around. I'd show you around.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. Okay, Sebastian.
Awesome, awesome. Lita, thank you so much. You know, sometimes you meet your heroes and they're not as cool as you think they are, but you surpassed everything, all my expectations. You're awesome. You're awesome. And like I said, I am a man of my word. If you're in Germany, I'll show you around. Promise.
All right. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. And I'm serious. You guys voicing your opinions, well, the good ones, help me. I block the haters. I don't have time for that right now. But the positive vibes, I need them, and I appreciate them so much.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. No Escape, February 19th, Raw Women's Championship match. Lita versus the reigning and defending champion Becky Lynch. I have a favorite in my heart.
Me too.
Thanks so much, and I hope we'll have you on again sometime in the future.
Sounds good. Take care.
Bye, and say hi to those aliens.
I will.